This is the UC Hunting Properties Podcast, your home for all things recreational land. Our goal, to help you stand on your investment. Hey guys, welcome back to the UC Hunting Properties Podcast. We are going to start 2026. Our goal is to do more this year, reach out more, bring you more, talk to more agents, and hopefully share some secrets to being in the real estate or land investment game for that matter. So we're going to start this year with an agent that kind of burst onto the scene here in the last couple of years, found a lot of success early, and she's kind of a lone wolf. She's a woman slinging land in what historically is a man's game, and she's proving that it's definitely not, because she's a rock star. So Samantha Moore, with no further ado, what's shaking? How you
How's
doing?
it going? Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for jumping on today.
Yes, of course.
So Sam, I know you have a pretty tremendous following, and I think a lot of people are probably familiar, or at least seen you on social media at this point. But give us some background. I mean, I know you're kind of a homegrown Wisconsinite, but yeah, tell us about Samantha Moore.
Yeah, so I grew up hunting with my dad, my grandpa and uncle, very small town, very rural. Everyone kind of hunted. It was kind of the deer place to be. So growing up, went to deer camp, um, just had a huge passion for the outdoors, and it was really what me and my dad bonded over was hunting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So a lot of turkey, a lot of deer hunting. Didn't really quite get into waterfall hunting but until about 10 years ago. So now I'm totally addicted to waterfall hunting.
Well, I
Uh,
always joke, Sam, anytime we have a Wisconsin guest on, I always joke that there's really only two holidays in Wisconsin, and it's deer season and if
yeah.
the Packers are playing.
Right. Yeah. The
Pretty
Packers.
close.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. That's all.
FYI, the Packers aren't playing anymore. Just saying.
Yeah. It was Packer parties and talking about hunting pretty much.
They go
Uh,
hand in hand.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
always laugh when they pan out and show Lambeau. You know, the home games, especially late in the season. There's more blaze orange in the stands than green and yellow.
Yeah. All
It's
your
kind of awesome.
warm gear was hunting. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, Sam, I really want to focus on the real estate side of your business, because I mean, obviously things are clicking for you. So I mean, how did you get into real estate, or like
Yeah.
what drew you to real estate?
So me and my husband bought kind of a flipper that was next door. We had opportunity to buy it. So we totally remodeled it, flipped it, and I was in charge of it. So it kind of
You were the
was fun for
superintendent.
me. Yeah. I would have his grandpa come over and watch our kids while I'd run next door and show the property, run back, tell them the report, if they liked it or didn't. And I was like, I could probably do this for a living. Like, this is kind of fun. I like to talk to people. Um, and it just kind of was one of those things where we sold it for a pretty good amount of money. And my husband's a handyman, so he can fix pretty much anything. So I was like, I think we could do this for a living. And that's kind of what started it. And then I actually met Travis on a duck hunt. We both had permission on a piece of
Shocker.
property. Yeah. So him and I, of course, started talking, and he's like, if you ever want to get into real estate, let me know. So I started taking my courses. I was pregnant with my second child and started taking my classes and stuff. Then had the baby, got my license February of 24. So it'll be 2 years this February.
So it's
And
almost your anniversary.
yeah, it is. Hopefully I get a raise.
Yeah. Problem is, when you work
Yeah,
for yourself, you
I know.
determine if you're getting the raise, right?
Right. It's all in my hands, I guess. But my first year, I did pretty good. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. It was kind of just like a part-time gig for me. But it turned into a full-time gig. So 3.4 million in sales my first year, and then this year 5.1 million in sales.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it was really cool because I could involve my kids, still live the same lifestyle, but I'm also making money now. So
Right.
yeah.
Sam, what's the obviously that's unbelievable success, in the first, 2 years of your real estate career. What's the is there one thing like where I'm trying to go with this is, was there something that you were freaked out about real estate and then like now that you're doing it, you're like it's just the opposite, or like was there a roadblock you thought was there that isn't there, or like
Yeah.
do you know what I'm asking?
Yeah, it was kind of like the paperwork stuff, but that's, I mean, Trav always said, bring the business, I'll help you with the paperwork side of
Yeah.
things. Don't worry about that stuff. Um, I think just keeping momentum because real estate has a lot of ups and downs. So I've pretty much built my business off connections and just sphere of influence, and then social media.
Yep.
So just keeping the momentum going can be intimidating, but once you're going, it's like it's hard to stop.
Yeah, it does seem like and I've heard a lot of very seasoned agents say that like the best time to hammer is right now, right? Whether you're busy or whether you're not, you just keep moving forward and good things happen. So
Yeah, just keep building connections, and even if you don't think people are watching, they are. So I
yep.
mean, the most random thing you could post, someone might, bond with that, and then the conversation starts from there about hunting or
Who knows what?
houses. Yeah, it really just kind of, a lot of my clients have come from the most random conversations. So I like that part though. I like connecting with people. So
Yeah, it's fun being able to leverage a network, especially with you being local. I think it's a pretty
yes,
natural fit. But um, yeah, like I said, my goal here is to suck out some of the secret
oh
sauce
god.
in what Samantha Moore has used. But what's your favorite part of real estate? I mean, obviously you got a background, doing some flips. You're obviously very comfortable talking land and hunting. What's from your perspective? What's your favorite?
Being able to tell my kids that mom sells hunting property for a living, and saying mom's going to work and I'm literally walking land and looking at, anything, like just
Right.
walking around and checking out the woods and saying, this is what my mom gets to do for work. I think that's really cool.
So
And
you're like a hero to your kids because you're a
yeah,
land agent, yeah.
yeah. And my husband's a little jealous. I think he
Was it he's in like he
he's
does
an egg,
agronomy stuff,
so
doesn't he? Or
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is kind of his thing too. So we're both super passionate about it. It's kind of like a team thing, I guess, in a sense. I tell him just to quit his job and come join me, but he loves agronomy, so he isn't going to be leaving that. But
Well, maybe he needs to buy across the river in Iowa and be able to apply that and sell some big dollar tillable.
right,
Just
yeah,
saying.
yeah. I mean,
It's
there's always dreams,
the easiest way to hunt Iowa is to live in Iowa, Sam, just saying.
or just visit you. That's
Or that, yep, yep.
fine.
Let's go this route, Sam. I mean, what bit of advice would you give to somebody listening? I mean, whether they're looking to get into real estate or they're an existing agent. I mean, I would argue your trajectory is better than most seasoned veterans. So I guess I'm looking for a soundbite here on what's important.
Gosh, put me on the spot. I
I'm
think
good at that, by the way.
I am not afraid to do things that make me uncomfortable. I'm not afraid to stand out, I guess, in, like you said, a male dominated industry. So I've really embraced like being a hunter, being a mom, being a realtor now. I think you just go for it. You just post the content. You don't be afraid. And you just are always learning and surrounding yourself with successful people. I feel like we have a very successful group of people within UC hunting properties and Midwest lifestyle properties. So for me, it's, you're always learning every day and you just keep growing with what's working. So
Well, I'd say you got it dialed in, so keep hammering.
thank you.
Now, Sam, when I got introduced to you, I think the first thing, actually, I know it was because Trav was introducing or telling me about you, and he brought up your, and I don't know if it's your favorite hunt of all time, but he said you shot an absolute gagger with a bow, and you were like 9 months pregnant. Is
Yeah.
that the favorite hunt of all time?
Yeah, that's a hard one to beat. It was my biggest buck and I was 37 weeks pregnant. So it was the last time I was going to climb up in a tree stand.
Yeah, probably good advice
Yeah.
on that. Walk us through that hunt, Sam. Set the stage. What
Yeah.
happened that day, or what's the story with that deer?
I mean, he had been consistently showing up on camera. All the neighbors had him in velvet. I mean, it was pretty much everyone's number one buck. And then I sat a lot and I was getting pretty pregnant and I'm waddling out in the woods and I'm like, this has got to be the last sit. Like, this is my last hope. And I climbed up, swing your body around with the big belly. I'm like, how do guys do this? Bigger dudes. And I had my lifeline on, and it was like the final minutes, and there was a spike and a fork, and then I knew it was him coming. And
So
so
all on natural movement, you weren't calling, or there wasn't a
no,
doe, or okay.
no, he was just coming into the water hole. So he came in hot, and I pulled back when he was going by a tree, and I held it for a while. And I'm like, this is him. He would not, he was broadside, and there was like a little tree in front of me. And I'm like, I got to take the shot. So I like leaned way over to my left. Like my lifeline was tight. I was like, this is so unsafe. So yeah, I double lunged him. He went 40 yards, crashed. My daughter came out, tracked the blood, and it was just a really cool experience.
Did you see him go down from the stand?
I heard him crash.
Yeah.
I knew about where he went. He didn't go far,
So you
but
knew you hammered him.
yeah, I when I shoot, I know whether I missed or I nailed him. I'm like, he's a dead deer. Like I
Right.
just knew. So that was pretty awesome. It was a 12 pointer. Um, I had to make a note so I didn't forget everything. He had a split G2 and a kicker on his G3. So yeah, it was pretty awesome.
How big was he, Sam? I know I mean, what's that deer score? He looks giant in that picture.
We don't score our deer, so I
He's
don't know.
big enough to kill.
140, 150, I don't
Well,
know.
I think he's
Could be a little
all of that.
dramatic.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was my biggest. So I'm very proud. People, they're like, "You're the girl that shot the buck pregnant." Like that's pretty much my
Claim to fame.
yeah, everyone knows me by that. So
No, that's cool. I mean, I remember it like distinctly when Trav was telling me the
yeah.
story. I'm like, that is a cranker.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And now, would you do you prefer time in the deer woods over the duck marsh, or like what's your favorite now?
Oh gosh. I mean, they both have their perks, but I do love a sunrise in a duck blind. That is
Amen to that.
yeah, but watching the rut with the deer chasing, that's pretty sweet too, so,
Yeah, when they're hammering, it's fun
yeah.
regardless. But no, that's cool. Um, Sam, tell us about your goals for this year. I mean, what happens in 26 now? I mean, even if you do a repeat, you found a lot of success, but I'm guessing you got a path laid out for now into the future.
Yeah, as far as real estate, well, last year was really my focus was marketing and just building a brand awareness, so with the billboard, postcards, all that, just I got a logo and a website. This year, it's probably more community type of stuff, so I am going to NWTF with Travis, so that'll be pretty cool,
Right on.
and yeah, I'm excited about that. I
Have you
hired
ever been down there, Sam? Have you ever
No,
went?
I've always wanted to,
Yeah, it's a very busy show. Like, I mean, it's slammed. There's kind of wall to wall or elbow to elbow, with people moving through the show. And but the interesting thing to me is NWTF, in my opinion, has maybe become one of the, if not the premier outdoor industry show.
mhm,
So everybody that's anybody's at that one.
yeah,
You'll totally dig it.
I'm super excited about it. Yeah, that'll be a good time, and then, I hired like a couple guys that are gonna fly in and do some. I haven't told anybody this, so you're
Oh, breaking
first.
news.
Yeah. They're just gonna do some lifestyle shoots, and they're actually coming during my turkey season, so it all worked out. Um, just kind of next level kind of cinematic videos that I don't think anyone's really doing around here. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I did hire somebody to help me a little bit with my social media. So just trying to kind of buy my time back so I can go help more clients.
Well, that's just it, right? It's a weird balancing act on what's important now.
Yes. Yes.
All
Hmm.
right, good, good, good. So 26, any prediction, Sam, on where you're going to land in 26? You're
Oh,
coming off a
oh,
5.3 million in
I know.
25.
I got to
Let,
step it up. I'm
let's
like,
goal. Let's
yeah,
set a goal right now.
I would like to get 7 million, but I'm gonna try. It's gonna be a crazy year, I think, in real estate. I think stuff's really gonna start flying. So I
Do you
got a
f
few
do you
list.
feel like the market's strong, somewhere in the middle? I mean, like, what are you hearing from your clients right now?
Yeah, there I have a lot of land buyers, of course. Land's going 8, 9,000 an acre around here for some hardwoods. So, and it's a lot of it's just going off market. I mean, you catch wind of something, and I tell my buyers, you're gonna have to jump on this. Like, there it is not gonna last. And there's been a couple scenarios already this year, dragged their feet, missed out on it, and they lost. And I'm like, you gotta go. Like, this
You
is
gotta
crazy.
be ready to pounce, right?
Yeah, if you want it, you gotta go. Um, there's a lot of first time home buyers looking to buy. And I think with interest rates going down, I do think there's going to be more buyers out in the pool. Inventory is pretty low with listings. I have a couple right now, but it's like starting off market. So it's like get them buyers on there because once they hit the market, it's going to go. So
Sure, sure. What, I guess if you had to choose, Sam, I mean, you do a nice mix of land and in residential. I mean, where where are your leads coming from? I mean, obviously you're generating them, doing everything you do, but I'm just curious. I mean, what keeps your phone ringing from your perspective?
social media, I mean, like Facebook and Instagram are the biggest ones that people just slide up on my stories and just ask me questions and then go from there. And then also like referrals now. So people I have helped have told other people. Um, I think being a newer agent and having sales under my belt, they want to come to me because they know like I mean, there's other realtors that are so busy and they're so popular. It's like I don't know if they feel like they're just too busy. So then I'm like a newer agent. So they're coming to me and I'm like, yep. And we get the deal done and on to the next customer that I know. So I don't know. That might sound bad. I just sometimes think it's a perk being a female too versus a male,
Yeah.
especially
Well,
when
and
you bond with the wife. The wife's the one that's going to make the decision.
well,
So
and I've read stats on that, like that it's um the perception is the land thing's a man's game or whatever, but the reality is in the background, the female or the wife is like 75% of the decision making really is on her. Even if it doesn't seem like that, that's where the decisions get
yeah,
made. So if that means you get to bond with a gal and drive it home, whatever you're doing is working.
yeah. I feel
So
like also I like take the time to know their why and like really understand their reasoning might not be the same as mine. They might be buying land for an investment, it might be strictly hunting, it could be just a place to get away with their families. So I really like try to understand what they're looking for and why so then I can help find the perfect piece for them.
sure.
It's not all you have to know every single tree in the woods educational realtor. Like I know enough and I feel like my bonding and connection helps me get the deals done.
Sure, sure. Now, with all this success, Sam, I mean, is you and your husband's goal to own a farm yourselves, or like where do you see your personal life going relative to real estate?
Yeah, we just bought a house on 35 acres actually, which was an
Congrats.
off-market deal. Thank you. Friend of a friend thought of us because they knew we were looking for land. So, being a realtor, I was able to do that completely off market. So, now we're selling our house. We were going to build, not going to build. So, we're very excited to own our own 35 because my parents have 47 acres and his dad has like 40 acres that we've hunted on. So now we can manage the land right in our backyard. That was a big goal of ours. So once that's all finalized, probably just keep growing and buying more land.
Now
Maybe
we're
a duck
talking.
property. Duck hunting property would be nice, but
Well, and where you guys are at, it's so cool that you can literally go from like gangster duck hunting to damn good deer hunting to
yeah,
shooting pheasants. Like,
yeah.
that's one of the coolest things about Wisconsin. I joke you're just rattling off, my folks have a 40, his folks have a 40. Now you basically have a 40. I'm like, I jokingly always say that everyone in Wisconsin owns a 40,
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
right.
Yeah,
Which is awesome. Other than it's really hard to get a deer to 5 or 6 years old because everybody,
I know.
hooks.
Hmm.
All right, Sam, we're gonna keep this one short and sweet, but I'm about to put you on the spot. We're gonna do a little lightning round. I got 3 questions for you. Um, We're gonna start with archery, and
Mm.
specifically broadheads, fixed or mechanical,
I use a fixed broadhead,
and brand,
a Muzzy.
a Muzzy, tried and true. Killed probably more things than yeah.
Five deer with that.
Good
So
for you. Same
yeah,
setup, basically?
yeah.
Yeah. All right, so number 2, we're gonna get a little more controversial. What is your opinion relative to crossbows in the archery season?
Not a fan unless you absolutely have to use it. I
That
think
is
I
excellent
I
answer.
make fun of my guy friend that uses one, and I'm like, "It's really embarrassing that you use that. Like, you don't need to use that." So, yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh,
And I
perfect.
send him every meme I see that makes fun of him, so
I just seen an awesome one.
yeah.
I'll have to send it to you. But yeah, we're in the same camp on that one. So great answer. And then we always steal this one from the world famous Slade Priest. But Sam, you got $10 million to spend on hunting land. Where are you parking that cash?
Ugh, I'm gonna say Montana?
Ooh, now we're talking like elk property.
Yeah, I mean, I've never elk hunted, but it's beautiful country out there, so
$10 million in Montana gets you a hell of a
I was
start. I
gonna
can tell
say
you
it'd
that.
probably get me a lot, so
Right, right, right. Nope, good answer. Really good answer. Just let me know when that happens too, because I'd be
yeah.
more than happy to let you know how good it or how it stacks up relative to Montana. But um, well, Sam, like I said, we are trying to keep this one short and sweet. I mean, is there anything else you want to leave us on? I mean, obviously you got a lofty goal of 7 million going into 26, coming off a banger year in 25. You're killing ducks, you're shooting bucks, you're rearing kids.
Yeah.
Um, what else is there? I mean, what else do you want people to know about Sam Moore?
Well, I just want to encourage women to get into the outdoors and especially kids too. I just think involving your kids in whatever you're doing, it's really shaping them to who they're going to be, and they will remember that. So that's how I grew up. That's how we're raising our kids. And I feel like it's just such a cool experience to have your kids be involved in your career, and you're living the lifestyle, and you're making money, and you get to hang out with cool people. So that's my advice is I have a really cool job. So
Right on. So if you want a cool job,
yeah,
uh,
I
get a,
mean,
get a hold of us. But no,
yeah,
I do think like you're proving the world wrong, or you know you're like there's no glass ceiling in this business. You're living proof of that.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, there's nothing better than getting, a guy a land deal and coming out on top when you know there's other offers and other males and you're like, "Yep, I got that one." So,
Got you, sucker. Yeah.
yeah, it's fun. I
No,
mean,
that's good.
all fun, but
Well,
yeah.
it's been fun to sit back and watch you kick ass and take names. So, Sam, we'll leave it at that. I probably won't see you until we're down at the NWTF, but looking forward to spending some time with everyone down there and keeping this year hammering. So,
Yeah.
thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.